Explain to me how a 19-year-old just got ratioed by a 15-year-old about the topic of abortion. Zoe, I think it's time you go back to school. Hey guys, and welcome back to Spill Plug. In today's video, we need to talk about Danielle Cohn and Zoe Laverne beefing about abortion. Trisha Peters publicly shaming Dixie once again. And Chipotle getting canceled for partnering with James. Yeah.
No ma'am. No ma'am.
It's a mess, so let's get into it. At this point, I'm not quite sure if Zoe Laverne is literally trying to get herself canceled, but you guys, Miss Zoe Laverne recently made a response to a comment about abortion. And let's just say her comment caused quite the controversy, since people who've actually gotten abortions in the past decided to step in and educate her for once and for all. Just a couple of months ago, TikToker Danielle Cohn had to come forward to millions of people confirming that she had gotten an abortion after a leaked audio of her had gotten released. The situation in itself was very hard for Danielle to speak about, and to this day, she mentions how the topic of how she had to get an abortion at such a young age isn't so easy to talk about. But as you guys can tell from the title of today's video, a certain someone had decided to make a comment about abortion that obviously made Danielle want to go off. Yeah. We're talking about Zoe Laverne. We all know how Zoe just announced a few weeks ago that she took a pregnancy test and that she tested positive.
Sure, Jan.
While many people are still hesitant to believe this, since many think that Zoe has a dark history of lying for attention, she recently responded to this comment that said, "Give it up for adoption." Maybe she doesn't want to go through 9 months of pregnancy or childbirth. To which Zoe responded and said, "Abortions ruin your body." This specific comment by Zoe left a lot of people angry at her, since not only did people point out that obviously having a baby could also ruin your body as well, but many thought her comment was extremely insensitive. And that's when Danielle Cohn, who recently had to get an abortion, decided to put Zoe in her place. Just check out what Danielle had to say. Abortion doesn't mess up your body. When you are not ready to have a child or think you can't handle giving your child up for adoption, abortion is the right choice. It's not an easy choice, but sometimes it's the right one, and it does not mess up your body. So please educate yourself before you comment on a very serious situation for some people. I'm not going to even go into your pregnancy because I would never want someone to talk about mine. But please stop posting things and take time to get yourself ready for your pregnancy and child.
Oh yeah.
After a ton of people started praising Danielle and agreeing with her comment, and even with the fact that she was being bold enough to speak out about this since she also had to get an abortion, Zoe got real quiet real fast and hasn't yet responded to this topic at all. Anyways, what do you guys think about Danielle putting Zoe in her place? Do y'all think Zoe's comment was insensitive? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. I can't believe I'm saying this. We're living in an era where fast foods are getting canceled. Yeah. Chipotle, you have a lot of explaining to do. If you guys have not caught on with what James Charles has been getting dragged for over the last 24 hours, just know that Ethan from the H3H3 podcast was clearly not here for James Charles' recent YouTube video, where James had made a video partnering with Chipotle. Just to give you guys some context on why this has been a huge deal for many people, James Charles has recently been under fire for some very serious allegations. And some people, including Ethan from the Frenemies podcast, decided to call not only James, but Chipotle out big time for even giving James the opportunity to collab with them, considering what has been coming out about James recently. Does at Chipotle know they are sponsoring a known sex right? This is a pattern of behavior that should land him in prison, not collaborating with Chipotle. After this, a huge debate started to arise whether Chipotle was in the wrong here or not for deciding to sponsor James after his huge scandal. Even Keemstar, the YouTuber, was not here for Ethan's tweet, and here's what he had to say about this.
We're gonna have an industry left anymore if we keep going after people's sponsors. You know, I called H3H3 out because he's going after James Charles' sponsors. Now, let me be clear as day. James Charles should be canceled, all right? But you shouldn't be going after his sponsors, and the reason why you shouldn't go after his sponsors is because that reflects on the entire industry. That makes sponsors not want to work with any YouTuber because we're so goddamn problematic. If you continue to support this type of behavior, nobody will have sponsors. Companies will not work with individual YouTube creators, and they'll just work with big industries like, you know, like CNN or the talk shows. They'll work with the corporations, and they won't work with individual creators and streamers. Stop going after the sponsors. I swear to God, if you agree with this whole thing of going after YouTubers' sponsors, I swear to God, like, you could be on the other end. Every single person, you the viewer.
But I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think Chipotle is wrong for collaborating with James? Let me know in the comments down below. Wait, stop. I'm actually convinced. Trisha Peters is obsessed with the D'Amelios at this point.
Now come on now.
I mean, you guys, in one of Trisha Peters' most recent podcasts, she literally decided to randomly bash Dixie D'Amelio out of nowhere. I mean, in the middle of her sentence. Take a look for yourselves.
Relax,
Okay.
like it's a TikTok.
I'm just looking out for you.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know what that even means. Are you a boomer?
No, I'm not a
I
boomer.
love being Gen Z. I'm
not
so
even
Gen
close
Z
to
now.
a boomer. My parents are boomers.
Dixie's an idiot.
What the f?
People are completely over Trisha at this point, and the fact that she's constantly trying to bring the D'Amelios down, as you guys have seen from my recent videos, and y'all, people have had enough. Bruh, isn't she like 80? She really needs to get a life. Did she really just say she's Gen Z? Oh girl. At this point, Dixie lives in Trisha's head. She's not going to stop talking about Dixie because she knows it's the only way she'll get attention. Anywho, what do you guys think about everything that went down this week? Definitely let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments down below. I love y'all so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.